Welcome! In this segment, we're going to explore something that touches every single one of our lives in ways both big and small, change and loss. As you embark on your journey in heavy equipment operation and beyond, you'll encounter numerous transitions. Understanding how to navigate these shifts, both expected and unexpected, is a crucial life skill. So, let's take some time to unpack what change and loss truly mean. Often when we hear the word loss, our minds immediately go to the most profound form of loss, the passing of a loved one. And while that is undoubtedly a significant and deeply felt experience, it's important to recognize that loss encompasses a much broader spectrum of experiences. Think about it. Have you ever experienced a job change either by choice or necessity? That's a form of loss. The loss of familiar routines, colleagues, and perhaps even a sense of identity tied to that role. What about relationship shifts? Whether a friendship evolves, a romantic partnership ends, or family dynamics change, these transitions often involve a sense of loss for the way things once were. Moving to a new place, even if it's an exciting opportunity, brings with it the loss of familiar surroundings, neighbors, and the comfort of your established environment. Even something as seemingly small as the loss of a daily routine can impact our sense of stability and predictability. Maybe a favorite coffee shop closes down, or your commute changes unexpectedly. These disruptions, while perhaps not earth-shattering, still represent a departure from what was known and comfortable. It's crucial to acknowledge that even positive changes can carry a sense of loss within them. Think about completing a significant training milestone here at PSU. While it's an achievement to be celebrated, it also marks the end of a specific phase of learning, the loss of the familiar structure and perhaps the close daily interaction with your current instructors and cohort in the exact same way. Graduating and moving into a new role, even a better one, involves letting go of the known for the unknown. This brings us to the naturalness of transition. Change and loss are not anomalies, they are inherent parts of the human experience. Just as seasons change, just as life itself has cycles of growth, stability, and transformation, so too do our personal and professional lives. Consider the cyclical nature of life. We are born, we grow, we experience different phases, and eventually, things come to an end. This isn't meant to be somber, but rather a recognition of the fundamental rhythm of existence. Similarly, the world of work operates in cycles. Projects begin and conclude, teams form and evolve, and careers progress through different stages. Understanding this inherent cyclicality can help us to anticipate and better navigate the inevitable changes that come our way. Now, let's specifically consider loss in the context of your future work in heavy equipment operation. This field, like any other, is subject to constant change and potential for various forms of loss. Think about the completion of a major project you've been a part of. There's a sense of accomplishment, certainly, but also, potentially, a loss of the intense camaraderie built within the team, the familiar challenges of that specific task, and the daily routine centered around that particular site. Moving on to a new project, with a new team and new demands, requires adapting to a different environment and letting go of the previous one. Team dynamics are rarely static. You might experience team changes with colleagues moving to different projects or even leaving the company. This can lead to the loss of familiar working relationships, established communication styles, and the comfort of knowing how your team members operate. Building new rapport and adapting to new team structures is a crucial skill in navigating this type of professional loss. Job transitions are another common experience. You might move from operating one type of equipment to another, take on more responsibility, or even change employers throughout your career. Each of these transitions involves the loss of your previous role, the skills and knowledge that were central to it, and the associated identity. Embracing new skills and adapting to new responsibilities is key to navigating these professional shifts successfully. Unfortunately, the physical nature of heavy equipment operation also carries the potential for injuries. An injury, even a temporary one, can lead to a significant loss. The loss of your ability to work, the loss of your physical capabilities in the short or long term, the loss of income, and the loss of your sense of independence. Navigating the emotional and practical challenges of injury and recovery is a significant aspect of resilience in this field. Furthermore, the industry itself is constantly evolving. New technologies, new equipment, and new regulations are continuously being introduced. This can lead to the loss of familiar tools and techniques, requiring you to adapt, learn new skills, and embrace change to remain proficient and relevant in your field. Resistance to change can lead to feelings of being left behind or a sense of loss for the way things used to be. Beyond these more tangible examples, there can also be less obvious forms of loss in the workplace. Changes in company culture, shifts in leadership, or even economic downturns can impact job security, morale, and the overall sense of stability. Recognizing these broader changes as potential sources of stress and even grief is important for maintaining your well-being. Understanding that change and loss are inherent parts of life, both personal and professional, is the first step towards building resilience. It allows us to anticipate, to prepare, and to acknowledge the emotional impact these transitions can have on us. By recognizing the various forms that loss can take, we can begin to develop healthier ways of coping and navigating the inevitable currents of change in our lives and careers. In our next section, we'll delve into the common emotional and behavioral responses we might experience when facing change and loss. Understanding these reactions can help us to normalize our feelings and develop greater self-awareness during challenging times. Title: Common Responses to Change and Loss on Screen Text title card.